Hello, my name is Jose Maria and this is Metaphysics for Everyone. In this channel, I will explain what is metaphysics and much more about this knowledge of life. Take a deep breath. And now exhale all the air. Take another deep breath in. Exhale all the air. Be focused in your breathing. Exhale all the air. Start to be more quiet, more relaxed. Relax the muscles of the whole body. The muscles in your face, your jaw, shoulders. Start to feel better. Now you keep quiet in your mental body. Just take a little break on your brain. Take a little break in your feelings. If something is bothering you, just let it pass, let it go for a while. Enjoy this moment. And if you start to think about anything, just be aware of this thought and let it go. You are just watching the thoughts as they come in, they stay for a while, and then they just leave your mental body. If this thought is persisting, just put attention in your breathing again. Taking control on your mind. And now visualize the blue sky. It's a beautiful blue with a few clouds just passing by, moving so slowly. Just watch the clouds, their shape. Feel the fresh air. And enjoy yourself. Well, now we start to be more focused. The place you are, in the chair where you are sitting, the room, what surrounds you. And as you take a deep breath in, if you want slowly, as you exhale all the air, open your eyes. Hello everyone, welcome to another class of Metaphysics. And I hope you're doing fine with the metaphysics. And anyway, if you have any questions, please just let me know, and you can write it down here in this chat, and I will answer it as soon as possible. Just remember that the metaphysics, this knowledge, is good that you practice. Okay, I always say this to the metaphysics students, because it is very important for all the students to practice as much as they can, okay? But this should be every single day, or we could say at every single moment. That could be a great goal, because that means that you start to be more aware about your thoughts, you start to be more aware about your feelings, okay? And once you start to be more aware about thought and feelings, you have the choice, to have the control, okay? And this is a very powerful tool, these principles. So I recommend to practice and practice and practice, okay? Basically, it's the main thing, practice. And as you can see, it's very easy to understand this knowledge as well. So I'll continue reading, and we are in the principle of polarity. We can change our polarities by mediating briefly on the conditions we won't change it within ourselves, and then strongly on its opposite. We can turn fear into courage by considering the fact that if fear is in us, then so is courage, okay? And this is a very good thing to know, that whenever you are something is bothering you, like for example fearness, no? And you notice that the fear, you have so much fear in your life, for example, let's put this example. So if we take this to if we analyze this with the metaphysical knowledge, with this principle of polarity, if you are in fear, that means that on the other pole, in the other side, you have the courage, okay? And this courage is within you as well. It's not only the fear. Remember, it's the polarity means that every single thing have the two poles, okay? So that means that if you have fear, in the other pole you have also the courage, even if you don't know that you have the courage. And this is a very good thing to know, to realize, to all of us, because if you are lacking of courage, for example, and you are always in fear, or because of any circumstance, like for example, if you are fearing that you lose your job, if you are afraid of someone is going to do you wrong or something, then that means that you also have the courage, even if you don't know yet, okay? That courage is the higher, okay? Always the positive pole is going to be the higher. The higher means that if you stay more in the positive pole, okay, that means that you are going to be, okay, more in harmony with your spiritual life, let's say that, okay? So if you are in the positive pole, you are going to your vibration is going to be higher, okay? That's what it means. That courage is the higher, more positive trait, and that God's will is for courage, okay? Why? Because the I am presence, okay, which is by my side, the I am presence is the divinity which is in yourself, and this divinity means that we are full of light, we are perfect beings, really, okay? This is the truth which is lying behind, okay, of our reality, that we are this I am presence, okay? And this presence, this I am presence, have the high qualities of God, let's say that. And that's what it means, what it says here, that God will is for courage, for the most positive aspects in all of us to become dominant, okay? So, for example, if you have, let's say the opposite, if you don't have, for example, if you don't have health, okay, in the other side of the pole will be the health, which is your reality. So your divinity, your presence, I am, only knows about the perfection, and the God which is within yourself only knows about health, because it is not in his consciousness the illness, because if you only know about perfection, you don't know about the other thing, okay? So, for the most positive aspects, all of us become dominant. You will soon see the change in yourself, okay? Once you have put your wishes into words, and you will also see that you can make these polar changes in others, okay? When you do the little effort to polarize this fear, for example, and you can do that, of course, through your mind and through your feelings. And we have explained this already in the principle, in the videos of the principle of mentalism and the vibration as well. If you start to polarize your thoughts, because in metaphysics we always take all these circumstances in our life and we take it to the mental plane. Why? Because we know in the mental plane, in the thoughts, okay, if we control the thoughts in our mind, we can control our emotions as well, and so on. So if you notice that you are really afraid and you always are in fear, just start to think in the opposite, okay? By decree, okay, if you start to decree in your mind, okay, I don't accept, okay, I don't accept as that I am that I am in fear, for example. And when you don't accept that you are not in fear, then you change this this mental thought, and you put the other, you polarize this thought, and you just admit that all what you know is courage. Okay, this is a mental treatment. Okay, you do a mental treatment, and every time when you are afraid or if you are scared of something, just start to repeat in your mind by decree, saying that you are not the fear, but you are the courage. Okay, and you will also see that you can make these polar changes in others. Also, is this knowledge is so powerful, because when you change inside as well, everything around you, your people around you, circumstances around you also changes. Okay, in the conditions that surround you as well, using the principles of mentalism and vibration, the most general approach is changing others. In changing others is to recognize greed and awaken the higher self. And this is, we always, in metaphysics, we are going to take all these situations or problems, whatever you call, we are going to take it to a spiritual planes. Okay, because we know that we have a I am presence, okay, which is our divinity, and if we have I am presence, the other persons as well have an I am presence. And when you have any problem with anyone, for example, instead of being annoying, or instead to being worrying about what is happening to others or whatever, if you start to see, just imagine how could be his or her presence I am, because it's a beautiful being full of light. Just imagine this, and you also see the perfection in this person, even if she or he is annoying you, okay, or making something wrong to you. But if you insist in to see the perfection in this man or woman, then slowly you are going to polarize, okay, this ambient. And normally you see some changes in people as well, and that doesn't mean that you are going to change these people or whatever. And it's like when you are blessing someone. When you are blessing someone, you wish the best to all of them, and that's it. And this is it's like a high protection that you have. When you bless people, when you bless situations, then everything changes, because nothing from you, nothing from inside is going wrong against anyone. Okay, when you bless people, when you don't want to see the mistakes, or when you don't want to see the unharmony in people, then that what means here. The most approach is changing others. In changing others is to recognize greed and awaken the higher self. Okay, the Christ within that exists in your fellow man. So, and what is the Christ? Okay, we are talking here about the Christ, but we are not talking about Jesus, the Christ. Okay, we are talking that every single man, every single woman have a Christ. And what is a Christ? Okay, a Christ is that part which is in ourselves, that is the perfection. Okay, this is like it's like the immaculate concept of all of us. Okay, it's the perfection that it is already in all of us. That's what it means. This can be done by simply remembering and stating this higher self, this truth, and the perfection of God, also known as the immaculate concept. You will be able to forget the defects in others and concentrate on their positive qualities. So, this is a very big point as well. It's just concentrate in the positive qualities of other people, okay? Not concentrating in the defects, but in the positive qualities. I know many people is wondering, because normally what we do, okay, is just the first things when we meet someone is just watching his or her defects, right? Just think about it a little bit, and you will realize that it's like we always are looking for a defect on someone, okay? And when we find this defect, it's like, okay, she have this or she have that. She's not perfect, okay? And what it says here is to do the other thing around, okay? Which is the other way around, which is see the perfection in people, see just pay attention, okay, to the good qualities of the people. So when you start to see, you start to watch the positive things on everyone, you won't have time, okay, to see the defects, because you are looking for the good things, the good qualities, and every single one, even your enemies have good qualities, okay, positive qualities. Soon those defects will lessen, and those positive aspects will strengthen, not only in your own point of view, but in fact. Okay, so the tricky thing here is to watch, to pay attention to the good qualities of any circumstance, to the good qualities of any individual, okay? When you focus on the positive aspects, that is what you are attracting to you as well, okay? That's what it means. The positive vibrational frequency of the accomplished metaphysician very often has a profound effect on any environment he enters. When we're talking about a metaphysician, okay, we're not talking about, for example, me, I am a student, okay, and I study metaphysics, okay. That doesn't mean that I am a real metaphysician, okay. A metaphysician would be someone like Master Saint Germain, which is by my side, and that means that you are in control, okay, of your total energy. You are in total control of your mental body, all your thoughts. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine being in control of the whole thoughts that you have during the whole day? Or your emotions? Be in control on your emotions. When you are really annoyed, could you take control on yourself at that very moment? Okay, and not only that, but more. Okay, this is what it means to be a metaphysician. Okay, his presence alone is sufficient. So, just staying there. Let's say Master Saint Germain, okay, Master Jesus, or Morya, or Master Koot Hoomi, for example. just the presence of one of these ascended masters, okay, just this, his vibrational presence just would be enough to solve any unharmony, any circumstance, just to fix everything would be okay. His presence alone is sufficient. The confident goodwill in his eyes, his caring smile and appearance of serenity and happiness serve to polarize all negative mental states around him. So, for example, Master Jesus, when he was in 2000 years ago, when he were incarnated here in the planet Earth, probably those that people, that crowd that follow him all the time, just being by his side, just not saying any word, just being in silence by his presence, and just change many mental states. Okay, that's what it means. With a few positive words, he can change the humor of those around him, transforming despair into hope, anger and frustration into a smile and determination. The vibrational power of Jesus, here is, we are seeing one example of the Master Jesus. The vibrational power of Jesus was so great that he could heal with a touch, okay? Reaching out and discovering the immaculate concept in others, polarizing the perfection of God in them to turn illness in robust health. And when he said, "Go and sin no more," he was referring to the error of negative thoughts, words, or deeds that had brought illness upon them. So, here we can see a very good example in how one metaphysician, well-trained metaphysician, as was Master Jesus, can polarize sickness into health, for example, because he was paying attention at the perfection, at the positive qualities of everyone, and therefore that was what he was attracting, okay, the perfection in them, and all the ground conditions were polarized and changed, okay. But to do this, okay, you have to train. Is the practice and practice and practice and practice. And when you polarize, and when you are polarizing your mind, okay, bad thoughts into positive, bad thoughts into negative thoughts into positive thoughts, and you are doing this during the whole day, you know, and trying, then with the time you will see some changes on around you, around the people, and that is real the polarization, okay. You are polarizing circumstances and the people as well, okay? People is changing, but not because you want them to change, or you are gonna think they're gonna change in this way or in that way. Just polarizing yourself, elevating your vibration, elevating your mental thoughts, then everything is around you is going to be polarized, okay? You don't know how, okay? But you will notice this in the future, okay? So I support you to start to be more in the positive pole, okay? And being aware that whenever you are in the negative pole, okay, if you are afraid or you are in fear, then just notice that if you have fear, it's because you are able to be a courage man or woman. Okay, so I support you to start to polarize of these negative conditions in your life, and I hope you do fine and you see results. Okay, so thank you very much for this for your attention. Okay, and see you in the next week. Thank you very much. Bye.